Just as I get going, camera space runs out. What I was saying is, there's days when I'm highly sensitive. There's blogs everywhere about what an empath is, and it's nice to understand yourself more. I don't really like labels because I feel that we all are gifted and have various degrees of sensitivities, and I'm not going to feel victim to being sensitive, nor am I going to feel special to being sensitive, because we need everybody on all ends of the spectrum. We need people that feel less to be strong too. But I do, and I have been feeling how the heart of women and people in general have been feeling the past few days, and there's a sense of just heaviness, and I feel that it's just about the sense of direction. I think we're at this point of feeling like, why am I getting up and doing this every day? Why am I feeling these pressures on me every day? Why? How did I get here? I'm functioning like a robot every day into what I feel I should be doing because this is what I've been told to do all my life, or how society dictates. And I think we're at a time when we're stepping back and we're asking questions. Why am I believing this? I was told this when I was younger. Why am I doing this? I was told by society this is the way it should be. And we're kind of, every now and again, when we get out of our busyness and chasing things and doing so many things, we're stopping a moment and going, no, this doesn't make sense. And we get a groundbreaking moment and we sense there's more, there's more to my path, who I am, what I can do, the skills and gifts that I have, what I should be doing with my day. And I'm seeing this in my clients at work, and it is amazing. People are making massive changes just based on a feeling. But when we get too busy in our heads, we lose that clarity and we go back into doing the daily, everyday, the way we did, and we get depressed, we get frustrated, we get angry, we're pissed at our partners because yet again we're conforming into this role, and it's not all of who we are. We need some assistance with the day-to-day. We need to let go on trying to be so perfect. It's impossible to balance everything, and yet that's what I'm seeing every woman do. Now, I'm not a mother. I feel that my role is to mother everyone that comes to me, and I need that quiet space for being strong for that. But I see moms come into me, and you have no idea how amazing you all are with everything that you achieve in your day, and yet you're still sitting in front of me beating yourselves up over not having done enough, not managing to do it all perfect. It's impossible. You can leverage it a little bit this way and a little bit that way, but where I feel you need to get more perfect is the things you do for yourself. Those little moments that you take to do what makes you feel alive, whether it is your exercise, getting outside into nature, gardening, creativity, meeting your friends, meditation. And for me, meditation is very simple because my mind works. It won't shut off, and it's not meant to. My mind will, I'll talk to you about that in a moment, but what I'm saying is do the things every day that are for you, that sacred, special time. It will give you clarity for all the other times to be able to give more, to not feel hard done by with all that you give, because you've given yourself those moments. You've given to yourself in order to give more. And ask for help from your fellow women friends, from healers and therapists, from your partner, your mother. Talk to people, tell them how you're feeling, but not in a poor me way. Just say it as it is. Say it, I'm feeling this. I want to understand it more. What do you feel? What was your experience? Speak to your mothers. We have difficult relationships with our moms because they went through the same thing, and a lot of us felt it from them. They gave up a lot, and rightly so. They feel like they did sometimes, or they don't understand how they felt because there was less time and less awareness around actually being given that sacred time to think about things. So jump on that path every day. Take a little moment when you feel restless, when you're feeling sad, when the energy is feeling heavy. Go within. And how I do that, and at the moment I'm sitting in a little triangle. So I have a quartz. This is just the way I do it. You could be anywhere. On the floor, in the garden, in your bed. I sit in a triangle of quartz crystals, and they're all from different places. I've collected some from Garen's mom's farm in South Africa because I wanted to have a bit of her with me over here. So I have my crystal quartz from South Africa, from near the, I can't pronounce the mountains, the Magaliesberg Mountains, but it's a sacred piece of stone from that land, and it brings sunshine. So I have my crystals in a triangle around me, and I often just lie with my head in the triangle bit, and I lie down, and I let my mind wander. I relax everything first, so I'll start imagining that I'm melting down into the ground, and I let my breathing just become more peaceful. And if my mind isn't slowing, I'll just ask for help with slowing my mind. I'll slow my mind and let it go where it wants to, and then I find the clarity in my day. And sometimes I'll take the conversation further. If I have questions on my mind, or if I'm feeling things, I'll follow that trail, but I'll try to do it from my heart. So if I'm feeling a lot of tension in my stomach, I will go into it. I'll focus my mind right into that area, which often intensifies the feeling that you're feeling, but I will go there. I will create awareness around it. I will ask, what is this in connection to? Often I'll have a lot of memories and moments flash by to do with the recent, present, and the past. And then it's like I mother myself. So I'm seeing my inner child and the person that created and stored those feelings there, because it was the safest place to do it before I could deal with them. And then I mother this to allow a release and healing. And generally the stomach ache or the migraine or the cold sore or whatever I'm dealing with will resolve. And it doesn't mean it doesn't happen without some tears or bigger emotions or a massive aha moment. I think we get very good at storing the emotions of the day within our bodies, and if we don't spend time to release this, we get sick. Now, this is the way I do it, but for somebody else, it could be movement, exercise, swimming, getting a massage, having body therapy done by another therapist, playing loud music in the kitchen and dancing. Music is incredibly healing, and it's just the music that you love. Sound therapy is another one. I feel Tibetan singing bowls, tuning forks, any of these. I often do this work for my clients themselves. I can feel into their bodies by just holding their heads, and I can often feel or see the trauma and assist that release. It can feel very intense sometimes, but often the clients do feel and even see the same as what I'm seeing, and we release it, and it's done in a safe place. And you know, if you or the client wants to cry or let it go, then that's the safe place. I'm not actually looking at you, because in my self-consciousness I've got my eyes closed too, because I'm exploring my gift. I know this is what I'm meant to do, to help people, but I get self-conscious about it too, and I guess that's just the part of being human. And as women, sometimes we're a little bit ashamed and embarrassed to start becoming who we are. I do, and the last thing I'll speak about is use crystals an awful lot in my life and in my day. Now, I am a scientist by nature. I'm a pharmacist. I've studied medicine and worked in this field for a long, long time, but I'm following the call of what draws me, and I'm not feeling embarrassed about doing that within my field. I will fight now for what I've accumulated in my knowledge over time, and I do believe, and sometimes I don't have to know the everything about why, but crystals hold energy, and they're very powerful. I know there's a lot of talk about how we care for crystals and regular cleansing, and there's the rules and regulations, as I call it, but I feel that crystals are so powerful in themselves that they hold that vibration unless something has been put into them with massive intention. So don't feel you have to be doing XYZ to maintain your crystals, but the moments you get an intuition about doing something, so some days it may be very sunny outside and I'll feel, yes, I've got to line all my crystals up outside in the sun or the moon, and I will do that, and I know that that's the right thing to do. So just as an example, I have problems with my sleep, as I said. I feel that the whole world is thinking and worrying, and until that stops, my brain, I find it very hard to shut off. I'm not thinking of anything, I'm just feeling. I feel everything in energy bubbles. If anyone is in the house, so right now I've had a good hour's sleep because the house has been quiet, and that stops. But when there's people, I feel energy in massive bubbles, and it moves around wherever people are, and it's very hard sometimes for me to disengage from that, and this is something I need to work on. But crystals I will use, so I use this one at the moment for helping me sleep. This is jade. A precious name, I know, precious person called Jade. And it has a lovely calming energy for me. Very positive always, nurturing, courage, strength. Often when you're in a crystal store, you'll see all the crystals lined up and they'll have all their little descriptions along. What I suggest, because your body knows, your soul knows what it wants, is to just put your hand kind of across all of them and you'll get, yes, that one. Pick it up. That's for you. Hold it. You might get a few words. So for me, this is, yes, believe in yourself, strength, courage. When I first picked it up and I walked out of the shop, there was nothing else there for me. I bought this one. This is another one that I have, and I have an office full of crystals, so you can come in and experiment around with them yourself if you ever wanted to. This is Larimar. But for me, I'll put it on my heart. It feels like the world. Now this stone has a lot of energy for me when I hold it. It feels like the world. So some days I'll feel a lot through it. Real emotion. It's not always fluffy and airy-fairy, but it's good. Other things that I do for my sleep. I use oils in my clinic by a company called Vibrant Blue Oils. This one here I called Pineal Rhythm. I think it was called Circadium before. I put some dots of it here, and sometimes I actually put it on the back of my neck as well. I have nearly the whole product range of this company in my clinic. Jodie, who runs this company, is an amazing woman. I cannot speak more highly of her oils. I let my clients choose their own. Sometimes I'll give them a little bit of a nudge, and we use them in combination with the PEMF. Now, in the ideal world, all my clients would be ordering their oils, but sometimes just to facilitate them using that oil once in a therapy session does create a lot of change, and then if they're happy, then they'll go and order. It can be a bit of a pain ordering from America, but I really do try and urge my clients to start ordering more of these. But this is the one that I use for sleep, Pineal. And I also use my own, I make energy essences from plants and trees, so I most days would use a combination of them. Always rose, and poplar is one of my favorites. Sometimes I'll use hawthorn. Hawthorn makes me dream more. Sometimes I don't want to dream more. But I have these essences at work as well, or if you are ever interested in talking to me about trialing them, their intent and purpose is to help with the emotions that we have stored within us and help us to release them in a gentle, healing way, or for courage, support, and just love. It's like love in a bottle. The rose one can be used for children. So I started this little video not knowing where I was going, and I hope I haven't dribbled on for too long, but really it was mostly because I'm waking up and I don't know how to start my day, and I feel like I'm feeling everyone. Now, you may be at work, but I think some of you are sitting there and you're not knowing where you're going, but trust that you're going. You're going in the right direction, even if it feels like the wrong direction. Sometimes when things feel a little bit uncomfortable, it's signposts about change. And change can feel overwhelming, and we can take as long as we want to create change. Little steps, big jumps, dives, bombs, whichever way you want to do it. But just know that when you're feeling a certain way, don't run away from it. Don't run to the gym, don't run to the diet, sit there with it. You're strong enough. I'm just going to say one thing, sit there with it. Figure it out. You may forget tomorrow, but figure it out right now. Create a sense of peace and calm about what you're feeling, why. It's all information. You are a strong, strong person inside. And strong is also gentle and soft. It cries. It wants to hold people. It wants to hug people. You're strong because you can love. Let people into your heart. Be that person. You know it's inside you. So gently, safely, test what you're sensing, where you want to go, who you're growing into, or more so stepping out of. It's letting all the things behind where society is telling us who we should be. Be that person who's different. And it may feel scary. I say to my boyfriend every time, I'm like, I haven't got any new clothes, because I see the whole fashion industry as just an industry telling me that I don't look good enough and I need to buy lots of things, and I'd rather invest my money in me a different way. So ask questions about a lot of the things that we're creating in our life, and are they meaningful to us? It should be simple. We want love, we want connection, we want a sense of meaning and purpose, we want to give, and we want to give with the gifts that we have. And we need time for ourselves to explore these things. So do it, step by step. Let me know, please. Come in, chat to me. I have a bit of a knack of, well, I think it's just because I sit there unconditionally loving. Maybe you feel safe to let the words out, but we often see massive transformation in the clinic. It completely takes me off my feet. The energy of it when I see it is absolutely incredible, and something that I must practice better to feel comfortable in. But wow, I've seen some incredible transformations in the last year. Transformations done by incredible women, should I say. So I suppose I should rephrase that. I've seen some incredible women walk in my door this year in the clinic, and you know it's you if you're listening to this, and it inspires me. So smile, have a coffee or tea, and take a time out and think about how amazing you are, and special and appreciated. Have a good day.